Pastor Emmanuel Renee. I have with my left.
Minister Brazette.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
We're going to talk about loving God is hating what God hates.
Yes, yes.
Amen.
That's it right
You know,
there.
I said it last night and I said it again, that even our job have rules, relationship have rules, you know, do's and don'ts,
Yes.
right? When you go to the job, I don't care how tired you get, you can't leave.
No, you can't.
You're there for 8 hours.
Yes, you are.
Like, and guess what? You know the funny thing is, they let you go for half an hour, you come back. You know, they let you go for an hour, you come
Yes,
back.
that's good.
Because you submit to that
Yes.
relationship. You know, I think that when people get saved, we should explain to them the commitment level that you're getting into.
That's good.
You
That's
know?
good, yeah.
You know how you go to an interview, you know, they talk good about the job until you actually do it. You know, it's like, yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, we had benefits up in.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Praise the Lord.
That's good.
Now I'm gonna tell this story. It's perfect right here to tell it. I remember when I was younger, maybe 18. You know, like in the summertime, in high school before I went to college. In the summertime, I was working. I started a job in a factory.
Okay.
Right. So I never worked in a factory before. You know, I did all the paperwork. Great. I've never been. Maybe it's gonna be nice. Man, I went there at 9 o'clock and left at 9:30 because the way they talked about it when I went in, like I said, nothing wrong with working in a factory, but I said when I did it, I didn't expect
that to be.
You know,
yes.
I wasn't ready for what
the commitment.
The commitment and what was going to happen to me. I'm 18. I'm like, look, I can't do this, man. I was out. I said, I'm taking a break. I never came back from a break. You know,
well, that's good though.
I think that a lot of times that we don't explain to people when they get saved, you know, what happens and what will happen and what God demands from them.
That's good.
And what God, they get happy with the salvation package, but we don't tell them about the commitment package.
Yes, that's good.
And the sacrifice package.
Yes.
And what they have to commit to and what they have to sacrifice to.
Yes.
So therefore they go the problem and an imbalance. You know, we get happy with the salvation. I'm not going to go to hell. Okay, now there's some behavior that goes along with that.
Yes.
There's some commitment that goes along with that. There's some sacrifice that comes along as you being a believer.
Yes.
Now, being saved doesn't mean I'm not going to go to hell, but I go back to the same way I used to live.
Yes, yes. That's
because
good.
the old ways, come on now, the old ways I used to live is the product of my thinking, the behavior, but the commitment was, you know, something got to change. And that's what God requires, change, and God requires commitment, and God requires sacrifice.
Yes.
So we have to tell people what God requires from them.
Yes.
So not just you trying to figure it out as time goes along and whatever happened, and you know, you in church, and you know, some people are in church, they don't know what's required.
No.
We don't teach it. We don't tell them what happened. So you think that when you come to church, all we're going to do is give out lollipops. we're not going to give lollipops so you can have sugar rush. You have to learn how to live. At the beginning, it may be candy.
Yes.
But as time goes on, you're going to have some vegetables.
Yes.
You're going to have to mature. And that's what Peter talked about, right? That we give milk at the beginning, but as you grow mature, and because when you go to maturity, there's a certain type of commitment. We don't allow our 2-year-olds or 5-year-olds to work.
No.
But as they grow older, we require more commitment for them to be able to do certain things. We require that child in the family to have more commitment to do certain things. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We call that responsibilities.
Yes.
So when it comes to Christ, God is clearly saying that you have to hate those things. You know, you have to hate those things. And if you're going to love me, and if you're going to be a relationship with me, I got to be number one.
Yes. Yes.
If you're going to be in a relationship with me, if I'm going to be number one in your life, I got to be the only one.
Yes.
Everything runs from me. And I think a lot of people don't know that.
Wow.
Because a lot of times we try to have a relationship with God, but debating who's number one. Your lips say he's number one, but your action don't show that.
Something else. Yes, yes.
You understand?
Amen.
So let's go into the book of Luke chapter 14, verse 25. Now, he being reading God's holy word. Now large crowds were going along with Jesus, and he turned and said to them, if anyone comes to me and does not hate his own father and mother and wife and children and brothers and sisters, yes, even his own life, and the sense of indifference to or relative disregard for them in comparison with his attitude towards God. See, when it comes to God, and all the, that's not what it, no, it means that.
Yes.
In regards to God, your wife, your children, your job, God is number one.
Yes. And that's the truth.
God is, see, we don't want to hear that, but that's Bible.
Yes.
That not in your heart, not in your emotion, and not even in your decision. So what you going to say? I'm going to leave my kids, and no, bring your kids with you and serve him.
Yeah.
Because you can't say God is number one, and I said it to church people all the time, right? You can't say God is number one, and you make your bed number one.
Yeah.
Or you make your job number
That's
one.
good. That's
You
good.
go to your job, but you won't come to church.
Yes.
You won't hear the word. So he's not number one. He's number one sometime.
Yes.
He's number one Sundays.
Like you said.
He's not number one 7 days a week.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good.
If you're going to make a decision, am I going to sin or not? Well, sin is number one. He not.
Yeah. That's so true.
Well, I'm going out with my mama and them. But I have some, then, Jesus, I can't come. No, he number one.
Yes.
He number one over every relative, over husband, wife, and children.
Yes.
And I know that we may not want to agree with
But
that.
it's the truth.
But it's the Bible.
Yes, it's the truth.
And relative to God, and relative to who he is and what he is, there cannot be anyone or anything in this planet that supersede your love for him.
Yes. Amen. Amen.
Nothing in this planet should supersede your love for him.
Yes, God.
Now look at this, he said. Expressing a willingness to endure whatever may come. Look at this. You got to, not only that, you have to put him above family or above anything else. But look what it says here. Expressing a willingness to endure whatever may come. You're going to have to tell people. Ain't going to be no picking cherries.
Yes. Tell them the truth.
There's going to be some hard things when you follow Jesus.
Yes, Lord.
There's going to be some pain. There's going to be some discouragement. There's going to be some whatever. That's going to come happen.
Yes.
And then now look at what he says. And he said, now, and what? Follow after me. See, people are following, but they don't know what the cost is to follow.
Yes. Amen.
We jump over people you saved because you said a word. No, you ain't saved. You don't become a disciple after a while.
No. That's right. That's good. Yes, Lord. Like
You're
that.
becoming saved more and more as time goes.
Yes.
You made a commitment. Okay. A guy is coming to the army. He makes a commitment,
Yes.
but he's not in the army yet.
No. Yes, God. Yes.
He made a commitment to be in the army.
Yes.
But after his commitment, they have something called basic training.
Yes. Yes. Amen.
After people get saved, they need basic training.
That's good. That's good. Yes, Lord. Yes. Yes.
And after basic training, you learn the style of the army, how to get up early, discipline.
Yes.
This basic training is discipline time.
Yes. Yes. Amen.
Because not everybody can deal with discipline.
Yes.
Everybody run in discipline. You can't run from this army.
No, you can't.
The first thing they do in the army is take away your identity.
Yes. Amen.
You ain't coming here with your hair.
Nope. They're shaving that off.
They're shaving all that off.
Yeah.
You ain't coming here with Gucci and all the other stuff with gold chain hanging. You're not doing that. They're
It's
taking
so
everything
true,
off.
but it's
We're
the
taking
truth.
all your identity, who you think you are, what you think you are, and you're going to pertain to identity of
Yes.
that army.
Yes. Because you belong to them now.
You belong to them now.
Yes.
And whatever they tell you to do,
You got to do.
they number one.
That's good. It's good.
They number one. Oh, you got to watch. Nah. I'm your wife.
Uh-huh.
That's what the army. I'm your kid. I'm everything to you. I'm this.
But
So don't
it's the
try.
truth, though.
And whatever decision you make, I'll make it for you.
Yes. That's right. Tell you when to get up, everything.
When to get up, when to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you see?
But it's the truth, though.
Because if you preach the gospel like this to people, well, you better think about it before you say, I do.
Think about it.
Because now, what he's saying that I want you to hate, right? You hit that, it don't mean you don't care about them, but in comparison to me, I'm number one.
Yes. Amen. That's so true.
In comparison to anything, it's me.
Yes.
I'm number one here. Now look at this. He said that, he said, believing in me, conforming to my example and living, and if need be suffering, or perhaps dying because of faith in me.
Yes.
Right? Cannot be my disciple. So I have a lot of people in church who wants to leave because they're going through.
Yeah. That's good, and that's
well, I'm
true.
hurting, and
that's good, and that's true.
And I'm going through in life. And hold up, did you read what it says? You become an example in living, if need be, suffering.
Yes.
Or perhaps, look at it, or perhaps dying.
Yes. That's it right
Oh,
here.
okay.
That's it right here. It's
all right.
in the word. It's
Some
in
of
the
us
word.
need to go back into the altar and take the vow for real. After you,
Yes.
we need to preach that, and then you come back to the altar and see
That's
if you still say yes.
And that's good. That's good.
If you still gonna
Yes,
say yes.
yes.
Because look at this, right? He said that person cannot be my disciple. That's why we have followers
Yes, Lord
in church.
Jesus.
We have followers, but we don't have no disciples.
Yeah. Amen.
We're gonna start discipleship class next week or so. I believe
Yes.
next week or so. Next Thursday, God willing. That first of the month. That is talking about the course
Yes.
of discipleship. Right? Look at this. He said, cannot, for which one of you, when he wants to build a watchtower for his God, does not sit down and calculate the cost
Yes.
to see if he has enough to finish it? So what Christ is saying, before you say I do, calculate the cost if you can build this thing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Don't say I'm a believer, but you don't calculate the cost.
Yes, yes.
Oh, look at this. Otherwise, when he has laid a foundation and is unable to finish the building, all he sees will begin to ridicule. That's why we have a lot of believers in church who quit.
Yes. Amen.
Because when trial comes, when rebuke comes, when hard times come, they leave.
Yes.
Because why? They did not count the cost. What is the cost? Trial, tribulation, rebuke, discouragement, hurt, homelessness, sickness, and
Yes.
all these other things. So when these things come, we're packing our bags
Yes.
and we're running away. Why is that? Because we did not
Count.
count the cost.
Yes. It's so true. I like what you said. That's more pastors need to have a package. Let them know the truth. What they're coming into, so they will know. You understand?
That's right.
What they are coming into, because they have a false sense of teaching it, and let people, they coming in and thinking everything will be peaches and cream. Not knowing you will go through, you will suffer. They said you will die sometimes for this gospel. So when you give them that package, it's up to them.
It's up to them. Because you cannot say you love Jesus and he is, you love him, you put him above, but your lifestyle does not dictate he's number one.
Yes, he has to be number one.
We cannot continue to live the way we want to live and say we're in the army. Let me tell you something. In no way you're in the army and then you're going to go out and live the way you want. No. Let me tell you something. Army life is different from civilian life.
Yes, that's good. Yes,
Civilian life, you do what you want to do. But in army life, you live what the army wants.
Yes.
You cannot say you're in the kingdom, but you're still living like a civilian.
Yes. Amen. Amen. That's so true.
And your walk and your speech and your mindset and your talking and your walking, some is wrong.
Yes.
And you're going to say, am I hitting the way the things, do I put God first? I have never been in an age, or I've seen, maybe when I was 20 years ago when I was in true worship and I seen certain things. I remember being in Bible study, nobody would come.
Because they want to live how they want to live. Do what
Oh,
they
I'm
wanna
tired.
do.
No, that bothers me because, you
Yeah.
know, even when I was in true worship, you have a few people. Now, if I say I'm giving oils, or I have a prophet coming,
Everybody's there.
or somebody who got a name, then you see the church packed. Something wrong.
Yeah.
So that means that, are you truly in relationship with Jesus? Because I don't see that with no difference than somebody said they're giving out cheese and everybody out there.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Yes.
Or somebody said, I'm giving this for
But
free.
it's the truth.
Everybody's out there.
It's the
Are
truth.
you truly in relationship? Because just like that person, they come to take something out of a need, but not out of relationship.
Yes, yes. That's good.
Because people are making decision on their own life apart from making the decision and living for Jesus.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We gotta live for God. One thing that you said that touched me, it was like when you put God first, everything else is secondary. Everything else is 2nd. Family is second. And it's not a form of control. Just want to say that. It's not a form of control. It's the way God, you understand, put it together.
Let's put it this way. Right? You have kids. You got rules.
Yeah.
You tell them they can't do this, they can't do that. Ain't no control. That's my rules.
That's right. That's right.
That's the rule of that house.
Yes.
Well, the kingdom got rules.
Yes, it does.
Can't do what you want to
No,
do.
you
You
can't.
couldn't do what you want to do in your mama's house.
No.
And it said you want to do what you want to do,
Get
you
your
can't
own
do it
place.
here.
Yes, yes. That's what she used to say.
Well, people, I find out, come to church and they want to do what they want
Yeah.
to do.
My brother joined the Navy, right? He said they came with a package. Everything looked nice. They tell him what the Navy have to offer, whatever, whatever. But when it was boot camp time, he had a picture of my mother. He said that sergeant will put that picture on the wall, and he will walk up to the picture every day and say, hi, my sweet cup. Hi, my sexy mama. And he could not move and say a word because they were training him for him to know how to, you understand? Endure his emotion because he had a lack of emotion. He said as much as he wanted to tell that sergeant some stuff because he said about his mama, he had to go with their rules.
That's right.
And it made him a better person to know how to, you know, control his emotions.
Well, let's put it this way. There's a lot of emotional people in jail.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
A lot of people who can control their emotion doing
That's so
years
true.
and
That's
doing
so
time.
true.
Let me tell you, you cannot escape discipline.
No, you cannot.
You cannot escape rules.
That's right.
There's, if you see, that's why I tell parents, if you don't teach them to obey rules in your house,
Somebody as well.
not even that, somebody will, but they ain't gonna be obeying rules anywhere.
Yeah. That's so true. You always say that.
They're not gonna obey rules anywhere. But it's part of it that we living our lives and saying with our lips we love Jesus, but the way we live, we're saying we hate him.
Yeah. That's good. I hear you, Lord. That's good. Wow.
You understand that?
Yeah.
You cannot say you love him and you battling over emotional thinking about something or someone or some place or some situation that can potentially remove you from him.
Yes, that's good. I hear you, God.
So you got to hate what he hates. He hates sin.
Yes.
He doesn't hate people.
You love people.
He loves people. But he hates sin.
Yes, he does. Yes.
He hates wrong.
Yeah.
So you're going to touch on that as we move on.
Ooh.
But he hates those
Yes,
things.
Lord.
And if you want to have a relationship with those things that displease him, then you can't be good with him.
Yeah, the kingdom is not.
Let me tell you something. I put it point blank. If somebody hate me and they don't like me, I see you hanging with them and talking with them, you can't have no relationship with me.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
A big problem.
Oh
with
no,
that.
you being petty. No, I'm
No.
not. I don't trust you because
Yeah,
you with them.
Because you with them.
They don't like
hate
me.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
What you all have in common.
What you have in common?
Yes.
Oh no,
yes.
that's my girl. You know that's my. No, you ain't my girl no more. You used to be my girl. You used to be my boy.
Yeah.
But the thing is
That's
that
good, though.
you have to understand. Oh, I don't want to take side. No, you gotta take side.
Yeah. Not to choose is to choose.
Not to choose is to choose.
Yes. Yes.
It's like you telling God, okay, God, I don't want to take side, God. You don't want to take side. I want to be with the sinners. I want to visit the devil a couple of times a week. And come back here. No,
God.
you have to choose side. You can't
It's
keep
the
going
truth.
back and forth.
That's so true. Yes,
To
Lord.
be a friend with the world is to be an enemy of God.
Yes. Yes, God.
I know it's hard. I know.
But it's true.
I know. I'm sorry, but I know. God bless you. I'm going to stop it right here. Amen. I'm going to stop it right here. Praise the Lord. My name is Pastor Emmanuel Renee.
Minister
I
Brazil.
have one thing to say to you. Jesus is Lord. God bless you.